Hi, and welcome to Clappia. In this video, we'll see how to use submission history. When you have an app that people are actively using, there are times when you need to go back and understand what happened to a particular submission. Submission history gives you a complete record of every change made to a submission, who made it, and when. So you can track edits, spot what was modified, and even restore a submission back to an earlier version if needed. Let's check it out. I've logged into my Clappia workplace and I'll be taking this app as an example. It is a simple incident reporting app that I've created earlier. Now this app has some submissions made to it, as you can see here in the Submissions tab. To check the history of any submission, just click on it. On the right panel, click on the three dots and select History. And here you can see a full record of everything that has happened to this submission. Every edit, every status change, who made it, and when. It starts right from when the submission was first created. Now let me show you this from the beginning so it's more clear. I'll make a fresh submission. I'll just fill in some random details over here in this app and click on Submit. Now if I go back to the Submissions tab, you can see the new submission that I just made. I'll click on it and select History again. And since this is a brand new submission with no edits yet, the history just shows one entry, the initial submission. Now I'll edit this submission so we can actually see the history build up. I'll just change maybe the status from Submitted to In Review. I'll also change a couple of field values, such as the incident cause and the action, and save this. Okay, now I'll go back to the history. And now you can see there are more entries here. The first one is still the initial submission, and now there is a second entry for when I changed the status, and a third one for when I filled in other fields. Now, there are two ways to view this history, and you can switch between them using the toggle at the top right of the history panel. The first is List View. This shows you the complete state of the submission at each point in time. So when you expand an entry, you see everything, all the field values, the status, the owner, exactly as it was at that version. It's like a full snapshot. This is useful when you want to review exactly what the submission looked like at a specific point, not just what was changed. The second is Diff View. And this one is really handy. Instead of showing you the whole submission, it only shows you what actually changed between two versions indicated with colors. Red is the old value, what it was before the edit, and green is the new value, what it was changed to. So if you're looking at a submission that has a lot of fields and you just want to know what was actually changed, this view makes it very quick to see. It's useful especially for auditing or when you're trying to figure out what exactly was modified. So when I changed the status, if you remember, the earlier status was submitted and I changed it to In Review. And for the fields that I filled in, initially it was blank, therefore nothing is shown here, and then it shows what I filled in. Both views show the same history, same entries, same data. It's just a matter of how you want to look at it. Also, if your app has a print template configured, you'll notice a PDF icon next to older versions in List View. That lets you download the PDF as it was for that specific version. So if I open this PDF, you can see these two fields are not filled in because in the initial submission, these were blank. The current version's PDF, as usual, is accessible directly from the submission panel itself, not from inside the history, as you can see over here. So if you have a lot of changes made to your submission, and if you have print template configured for your app, you will get the PDF icon for each change, as you can see for this submission. Now the last thing is restoring submissions to its older version. When a submission has been edited at least once, you will see a restore icon next to each of the earlier versions in the history. If you click that, the submission data gets rolled back to that version. So I've just done that, and you can see the status has reverted to submitted, and the other two fields are blank again. And when this happens, the history records it as rolled back. So you know a restoration took place. You can also revert it to the previous latest version. One important thing to note here, restoring a submission does not trigger any workflows, even if your app has workflows set up to run on edits. So you don't have to worry about any automated actions firing off when you restore. It is safe to use. So that's how submission history works in Clappia. You can track every change, see who did what and when, and restore it to any earlier version if needed. You can also view submission history on the Clappia mobile app. If you haven't downloaded it already, you can do so either from Play Store or App Store. Now to view submission history, first open your app on the Clappia mobile app. Then click on the icon over here at the bottom to view all your submissions. Then select a submission and then click on the icon over here. You will be able to view the submission history and also PDFs for them if the print template is configured. So if you have any issues with the submission history, or on any other feature in Clappia, you can always raise a support request by clicking on the button over here at the top. You can select AI Assistant as it is trained on all of Clappia's help material to give you a more tailored solution, or you can select any other option and our support team will get in touch. Thank you.